Hello. Let's get into the Record Store Day October purchases that go from, what did I wait in the Detroit cold for 4 hours for that thing to, wow, I could have went any time of the day to get the 2 releases that were really good. Anyway, I went to the Record Store Day thing and I showed up at 4 o'clock, well, a little before 4 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I did, and as a side note, there was a guy there already. Believe it or not, there was a guy there already. And that morning, there was wind blowing. The temperature was down. So it was very, very cold, but I dressed for it. Anyway, this was the record that I went early for because I called the record store and the record store told me, well, we got 2 copies. We got 2 of these babies. So if you want one, from this particular store, which was closest to my house, but not really. There's another record store that's even closer, but I didn't call them because they're kind of high priced. And they don't have a lot of really cool records there. Anyway, I wanted to support the store that had a lot of stuff that I like versus the one that doesn't. Anyway, so this is Alice Cooper live at the Apollo Theatre, Glasgow, England. This thing is nothing like the, last year's Record Store Day Alice Cooper release. What is that? 1972 from Houston, the $1 Billion Babies Tour. That record is out of sight, which that record is just a vinyl copy of a DVD that you can buy. But is it worth having? Yes. That 1972 $1 Billion Babies Alice Cooper Record Store Day record, it's worth paying for. It's really good. Let's get into this thing. This is from 1982. This thing sounds like he's trying to get in on the Gary Newman Devo bandwagon. This is new wave Alice Cooper, and it isn't any good. The only reason why you'd want to get this thing, which I paid $36 for this record, and it is not worth $36. There's no gatefold. What you see is what you get. There's no poster. There's no stickers. There's no nothing. Just this. The only reason why you'd want to get this record, if you could get it for $10. That's it. Just $10 on this thing. Is to have a live version of Who Do You Think We Are, and to have a live version of Clones. That and 7 and 7 is. That's where this thing ends. I'm going to tell you about the most irritating part of this thing, and I could have saved myself a lot of time out in the cold. I could have slept in. Anyway, let's not go on with that. The very last song on this thing is School's Out. And that song is, 8 minutes, 9 minutes long. The reason why School's Out is that long is because he keeps breaking up the song with introductions and descriptions of the band members. Like if the band members need some reassurance, it's almost as if the band members were gonna quit if he didn't hype them. Yet the band members aren't worth hyping. They're just playing really, really simple rock and roll songs. And in the middle of it, the band and Alice Cooper start to sing a song called Vicious Rumors, which is really good. But they only play about 20 seconds of it, and then they go back into this worship of the virtuoso, of the drummer. It's really irritating. So the version of School's Out on this thing is the most maddening thing I've ever heard. I would rather listen to Culture Club sing I'll Tumble For Ya. I really mean that. This is not worth any more than $10. Let's move on. All right. Here's another record store day find. And this is Bob Mould, Circle of Friends. And this thing is a live Bob Mould concert from October 7th, 2005 at the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. This thing is really good. If you're a fan of Husker Du or Bob Mould, this is worth whatever you pay for it. Every song on this thing is filled with urgency, passion, volume, and speed. That's another thing. If you're used to Bob Mould's, studio work, and then you listen to this, it sounds like he got a hold of me and I told him speed the songs up for the concert, and he obeyed. And this is what the little inner sleeves look like. So, and the record. This is what the discs look like. It's a double LP. So if you are into punk rock, the record store day release of Bob Mould, Circle of Friends, is a punk rock record. Make no mistake, and it is worth I think I paid $22 for that thing, and it is worth it. I couldn't be happier. Now let's get on to the last one I bought. This is Cheap Trick, live, 1977 at the Whiskey A Go-Go in fabulous Los Angeles, California. And here it is. That's the back. Not much to look at. Let me see if it came with a book. No, it did. No, it didn't. Anyway, this thing, which also has Rodney Bingenheimer from K-Rock introducing the band, if you speed this thing up even just a little bit, it's right up there with the Weirdos, the Bags, not the Germs, but the Weirdos, the Bags, the Screamers. This is right up there with them. This is an amazing release of a young band trying to impress a very, very tough audience. And they do it with this thing. The songs on this are from the first and second record, and they play them just hardcore. And then it also says in this thing that they went on to go on a tour with Kiss, and that's when they didn't get any more hardcore. So maybe shame on you, Kiss. I think Cheap Trick should have stayed a bar band instead of becoming an arena band, because this thing is the best. And I wish that they would have stayed at this energy level. This energy level is completely out of sight. I couldn't be more pleased with that Cheap Trick 1977 live from the Whiskey A Go-Go record. Definitely buy that. It's only like $20. It's the best. And that's my record store day release video. Shame on you, Alice Cooper, for trying to be like Gary Newman and Ah, jeez. The other band, I'm not even gonna pollute them with this video because Devo rules. Good night.